Breaking news, breaking news. Fair use act, by the way. I'm using Tabitha Speaks Politics on this one, people. But before I get into this here, this is going to be something that's going to hurt a bunch of people's hearts to find out that you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, taken advantage of, and still being enslaved and indoctrinated in this country. Before we go into this video, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that all notification button. This video in particular, I implore any and everybody that watch this to share this. Because if you are a minority, an indigenous person, if you're South Asian, East Asian, Pacific Islander, if you're a Negro, Hispanic, then Caucasian people do not believe that you have a right in this country. So if all of us decide to catch a flight, check out, this country would burn itself to the ground because the lazy Caucasians ain't gonna do no work. But I'm gonna let my sister Tabitha right here holler at y'all and put this on. Now this is what I'm gonna do this time, people. Y'all need to watch this whole video. I'm gonna let Tabitha run through this, and then at the end, I will give my reaction to it. I normally interject, but this is something that's very important leading up to your American election. Caucasians, these Republicans, have decided that black people have no right as a citizen according to the 13th Amendment of the Constitution that says that black people, Hispanics, Pacific Island people, indigenous people have no legal claim nor citizenship right in this country. But y'all still want to fake America again, right? Y'all want to listen to the master, the slave master, right? Donald, Johann Stravinsky. He ain't even an American. His bloodline is not American. That's what y'all don't get. But y'all want to follow behind a lot. So let's go. Let's get it.
Hey, good morning. Remember when I said this to you back in 22? In an attempt to weaken the power of the black vote, politicians in the state of Louisiana and Alabama are headed to the Supreme Court in order to redefine blackness and who can be black. That's right. In 2022, white men are going to the Supreme Court to decide on who can be black in this country. And then I said this. And if Brown is overturned and enslavement as punishment of a crime is not written out of state laws, then all of that takes us back to Scott v. Sanford, where the Supreme Court ruled that the Constitution does not apply to black people free or enslaved, and that the Negro has no rights that the white man is bound to respect. And remember,
listen to what my brother just said. White people believe the Negro has no rights that the white man, the little penis white men, don't want to respect black men because they jealous. Let's go. Come on, Tabitha. Break them off some.
Historically, Negro did not just simply mean black people. It also included indigenous people as well.
Oh, look at that.
Well, yesterday, August 25th, 2024, the Republican Party came out with this. Kamala Harris can't be president of the United States of America because black people aren't considered citizens under the Constitution. That's right. The National Federation of Republican Assemblies has cited the infamous 1857 Dred Scott Supreme Court decision, which stated enslaved black people weren't considered citizens. And they did this to prove that Kamala Harris can't be president of the United States.
So if black people, indigenous people, Pacific Island people are not citizens of the United States, then why in the world do you need our vote if you just gonna take control anyway, like y'all been doing?
And this is the paperwork they filed to do it. They just didn't attack Kamala Harris. They also said the same thing about Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy. Cue the music. I never thought the lipids would eat my face. Oh, I never thought the lipids would eat my face. Every non-white person who supports the Republican Party supports a party who believes you shouldn't even be a citizen of this country. Black Republicans, especially you,
are stupid.
I see you all over the country.
Black Republicans are niggas.
Nurses, friends, ex-cons. You're supporting a party who doesn't even think you should be a citizen of this country. How dare you? And you sit there proud chanting, "Make America great again," and let's take America back to when it was great. They're talking about taking America back to the 1850s.
Stupid.
That's where you want to go?
We're not going back.
That's where you want to be.
Freedom!
So remember what you're voting for this coming November. You're voting for or against the re-enslavement of non-white people.
Period.
That's what.
And also, I know this is the third page, but I know y'all have to remember this. There's no way that you saw this and don't remember these words coming out of Mitch McConnell's mouth.
What's your message to our voters of color who are concerned that without the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, they're not going to be able to vote in the midterm?
Well, the concern is misplaced because if you look at the statistics, African American voters are voting at just as high a percentage as Americans. A recent survey, 94% of Americans thought it was easy to vote. This is not a problem.
Y'all hear that?
Mitch McConnell said that in a press conference back in 2022.
Y'all hear it, right?
Mitch McConnell said that it's not a problem, that Black people will be able to vote without the John Lewis Voting Act. Remember that? Well, yeah, back in 2022, they didn't have all of this in place. But here in 2024, we don't have the John Lewis Act, the Voting Rights Act. And look at what's happening all across the country. Yesterday, it was all over social media that Greg Abbott had kicked 1 million people off of the voter rolls in Texas. What's happening here in Georgia with this new website that the state of Georgia has put into place where anybody can go onto that website. And if you have all of the pertinent information, you can get somebody kicked off of the voting rolls. That in addition to all of the other suppression tactics that they are trying to implement. But Mitch McConnell said in that press conference,
Tell them, sister,
that African Americans aren't what they consider Americans. He specifically separated African Americans from Americans. Let's listen to it again.
What's your message to our voters of color who are concerned that without the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, they're not going to be able to vote in the midterm?
y'all hear this bullshit,
Well,
right?
the concern is misplaced because if you look at the statistics, African American voters are voting at just as high a percentage as Americans.
Mitch McConnell back in 2022 told us clearly that they don't see African Americans as Americans.
So y'all get that? Y'all get that? These funky neck people don't believe that African Americans, indigenous people, Pacific Island people are really true Americans. But yet and still, they want us to come out there, fix their houses, fix the roads, cut their grass, serve them meals, but they don't believe that we're Americans. So let's do this here. America, like these rednecks be saying, America. Let's do this here. Stand up. And when y'all vote Kamala Harris in there, make sure y'all make it known to Kamala Harris too. We ain't going for this nonsense no more. And since they want a civil war, they can have it amongst themselves because, see, most Republicans are bisexual, bipolar, bicontinental. Y'all know what bicontinental is? Well, their continence is not right. They shit on themselves. That's why they wear diapers. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, I normally don't use this type of language. This is very offensive. So I want y'all to know, if you watch this video to the end, share this video with everybody you know. Do not trust Whitey. Point blank, period. Y'all ought to know what to do. But do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand what Tabitha just brought to y'all? You see what happened to the white woman that set up the two black guys in H-Town, right? In Manville, right outside of H-Town. Don't trust these people. If you trust these people, you're stupid, you're a fool, you're ignorant, you deserve to be enslaved, you deserve whatever's coming to you. You don't need to pray because God ain't listening to your ignorance. And I'll make sure that I send that message up to the Most High for you, that y'all are ignorant and you need to get what's coming to you. If y'all vote Trump in, get your gat, strap up, and every time you see pale face, pop his punk ass. Peace.